Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Blame It on the Stars, where we give you an inside look to what's going on in the universe so you can blame your problems on the stars. It is Jade here.
And it's Kara.
And this week, we'll be talking all about the upcoming full moon in Aquarius, as well as Pluto squaring the nodes. But in case you missed it, last week we talked all about the very long Mercury in Virgo transit. That's definitely an episode you're going to want to listen to if you haven't listened to it yet.
And just to give you a heads up, next week we will tell you everything you need to know about the new moon in Leo and how it affects you.
With that being said, let's dive into this episode. So the full moon in Aquarius. The full moon in Aquarius happens on August 1st at 2:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Per usual, the date and time are from the website astroseek.com. Now, what you need to know, full moons are a time where we are releasing and letting go of certain things, those certain things being Aquarius themes, since Aquarius does rule friendships and groups. The full moon in Aquarius is usually a time where you're reassessing and reevaluating and maybe even releasing some of the groups that you belong to in your life.
So how does this affect you? This full moon is a good time to release any old dreams or goals that you may have set for yourself. Aquarius is a very future-oriented energy, so if you find that you've been resisting change, this could be a good time to embrace new possibilities and to go in a new direction. Also, because Aquarius does deal with technology, this could be a good time to balance the amount of time that you are spending online and offline. If you feel like your screen time has been a little bit too high recently, this could be a good time to find other hobbies and activities you enjoy that don't involve your phone, computer, things like that.
So why this full moon matters? Since full moons are oppositions between the sun and the moon, and they're all about coming back into balance, letting go of one thing so we can bring in more of another, this is a really good opportunity for you to find a balance between those Leo and Aquarius-like tendencies. So something that you might experience while balancing the Leo and Aquarius energies could be an inner struggle between expressing your true and authentic self, but also at the same time maybe feeling pressure to conform to any type of norms, whether they be societal norms or just norms within the group or environment you belong to. That might be something that comes up during this full moon.
Something you might not know is that this full moon in Aquarius happens at 9 degrees. So if you want to dive deeper into what this means for you based on your chart, then you will want to look for where 9 degrees Aquarius falls, the house that it's in, and then also if you have any planets around 9 degrees Aquarius, because those planets will be highlighted at the time of this full moon.
Now, there's only one aspect to this full moon, and that being that the sun and moon are square Jupiter. One thing to know with squares to Jupiter is that while Jupiter is a very positive planet and squares can bring some challenges, there is a tendency to overlook things with Jupiter squares. So if you find that there's certain things you're overdoing, or if you're overbooking yourself, or things you're overlooking, that's just something to be mindful of with the square to Jupiter.
Also, you might experience some conflicts between your personal desires and the responsibility that you have to others, your family, and the people that you surround yourself with. However, because Jupiter is a positive planet, these challenges can bring about a lot of growth and transformation.
So the next thing happening in astrology that you're going to want to be on the lookout for is actually an outer planet aspect. It's not really a transit, but more just an aspect, which is that Pluto will be squaring the north and south node. This happens on August 3rd at 4:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you need to know is that this is a very transformational opportunity. While, yes, squares do bring some challenges, and Pluto is a very intense planet. Pluto represents transformation. It's all about rebirth. And with its square to the nodes, you might find that you're ready to let go of old patterns that are just old and outdated and no longer serve you anymore. You might find that you're more ready to confront your fears. And overall, this square can be a good opportunity for change as well as empowerment.
How this affects you is you might notice a shift in focus towards your personal goals and desires. The Pluto energy is going to ask us to do a lot of deep reflection. However, the North Node is in Aries, which is all about taking action. So as we are processing the different things that come up for us, you still might find that you have a lot of energy and desire to take action and to move forward during this time.
So why this matters? Pluto squaring the nodes can signify major life transitions. If you find that all of a sudden your life path and trajectory are just very different than how you once imagined, or you're thinking about making your life trajectory different than you had imagined, it's something that would not surprise me with Pluto squaring the nodes.
Something you might not know is that this transit will be affecting us on a more societal level rather than an individual level. So you might notice that some of these themes are coming up on social media or in the news. In terms of how this is affecting you on a more personal level, you might not notice the changes or the things that are coming up for you right away, and it might be more clear and easier to understand sometime in the future.
That's pretty much it for this week. But if you're curious to know more about how the full moon in Aquarius or Pluto squaring the nodes affects you on a more personal level, then this is your reminder that we do offer readings. Readings are hosted on an app called Intro, which allows for FaceTime style calls. We have readings for as short as 15 minutes to as long as 1 hour. You decide what you want to talk about when you go to book the reading. There's a slot for you to type in all of your questions, such as how does the full moon in Aquarius affect me? What can I expect in my life with Pluto squaring the nodes? And on the call, we'll be able to pull up your chart and answer any questions you might have face to face.
And if you've never booked a reading with us before, then you use the code STARS, all caps, STARS, for $20 off your first reading.
And just a reminder, next week we'll be talking all about the new moon in Leo. So if you want to know more about that, then definitely stick around for next week. But if you want to stay in the loop with us and what's to come, then make sure you're following us on social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at BLME The Stars. That is all for now, and we'll see you all next Monday. Bye.